Do you know how miserable it must be that racism is your character trait?
That right there was Jake Lang. He was a former January 6th insurrectionist who ended up receiving a pardon from Donald Trump.
It's very weak, honestly. You gotta do better. But you know what I love about black people? Honestly, I really do. We don't have to be vile, racist, dehumanizing people in order to be funny. We don't have to do it. We have something inside of us that allows us to create. We can create without being horrific people.
Yeah, I think that's enough. There's no possible way that any conversation with someone like that would be constructive, including through debate, which is not to change the other person's mind, it's to sway the audience.
The amount of fucking racism coming from the YT American community right now is insane. Okay? They've opened the floodgates. They don't give a fuck. All right? I don't know if you guys realize it or not, but when Trump was campaigning, he wasn't campaigning against black Americans, but the YT people who just cannot stand black people, they blame all of their pain and hurt on the black community, when in reality the government causes the YT community their pain, not us, right? But they need somebody to blame, so it is what it is. Now back to my point. I had no fucking clue.
Friendly reminder that you cannot make friends with people like this. So all of you at the Unfuck America tour, fuck you. You sat down with this. Find common ground with this. You are the reason black folks are staying the fuck home.
Imagine thinking a stunt which is racist in nature would make you famous, would make you, popular, only to watch the internet turn against you instead, only to watch, including your fellow white people, turn against you. Well, that's exactly what happened after Jake Lang posted a video mocking black people, mocking black Americans, while wearing a black face, making epic noises. I mean, just bawling noises. But instead of getting the reaction that, he appeared to be looking for, the clip sparked widespread condemnation across social media. Now, black people, black creators immediately spoke about it. They spoke it out. And I mean, many white commentators also criticized that stunt, calling it offensive, divisive, and nothing more than attention seeking. So instead of creating support, it created backlash. So what made this video cross the line for so many people, and why are voices from across political spectrum, speaking out? Well, let's break it down. Let's watch the video until the end, and then we can come back for more, commentaries. If this is your first time, please subscribe so we can come, we can always have some of these, discussions about racism. Let's dive into this, and I'll see you somewhere at the end for more commentaries.
Do you know how miserable it must be that racism is your character trait? They got nothing else other than just being racist, and it's not even good racism. It's not even it's very cheesy. It's very weak, honestly. You gotta do better. But you know what I love about black people? Honestly, I really do. We don't have to be vile, racist, dehumanizing people in order to be funny. We don't have to do it. We have something inside of us that allows us to create. We can create without being horrific people, stealing from people, dehumanizing people, hurting people. We have personality. We don't have to do any of that. Imagine that this is what you have to do to even try to get a laugh out of people. It's not even enough to actually get people mad.
Only one who wholeheartedly regrets supporting Trump in any capacity, because at this point, I promise you, now if we rewind 2 years ago, I had no idea that it would end up like this. I had no idea that we were going to be going to war, but this is the one thing that surprises me. Some of y'all might not be surprised, but I didn't catch it. The amount of fucking racism coming from the YT American community right now is insane. Okay? They've opened the floodgates. They don't give a fuck. All right. I don't know if you guys realize it or not, but when Trump was campaigning, he wasn't campaigning against black Americans, but the YT people who just cannot stand black people, they blame all of their pain and hurt on the black community, when in reality the government causes the YT community their pain, not us, right? But they need somebody to blame, so it is what it is. Now back to my point. I had no fucking clue that after the YT people couldn't attack, the government said, YT people, leave the fucking immigrants alone. Leave them alone. Y'all can't attack them no more. They're not getting deported anymore, right? Then they went to Indians. Oh, H-1B1 visas, get them motherfuckers out of here. The government again said, white people, leave them alone. They were like, fuck it, let's jump right back on niggas. That's literally what it seems like. The government told them that they can't fuck with this group, that group, leave them alone. So they decided, fuck it, we're gonna jump back on enemy number one, black people, right? They go out of their way to make posts, stories. They rile up their fucking goons, right? Jake Lang, all of a sudden is painting himself black, acting like Drewski. It's insane. And I didn't see that part coming. That's my fault, because I should have known. And I'm taking responsibility again. I didn't know that it was going to be like this. I thought we were on some America first shit. The only fucking true Americans are people like me and the YT people. Black Americans, foundational black Americans, and the YT folk. That's it. But according to them, fuck that. Everybody had to go. And we're finding that out now due to the millions of videos of these people coming out of the woodwork just woofing the biggest shit ever. Right? People that are the tiniest, weakest, stringiest fucking little white boys who crawled from up under a fucking mildew rock is talking the biggest shit ever. And I just didn't see that shit coming, man. But we here now, and listen, 2028 is going to be completely different. Because I'll be damned. I will be damned if we go through this shit again.
White people, man. They're pretty fucking girls, man. That they take 400 fucking years. Donald Trump, Democrat, Republican.
I don't know what to do, man. Fuck you white people, man. That's all I'm fucking gonna do, man. They all deserve to die, man. Sleep. Fucking sleep, but they're gonna sleep my people.
That right there was Jake Lang. He was a former January 6th insurrectionist who ended up receiving a pardon from Donald Trump. And he was most recently arrested down in Texas after making terroristic threats after the Carmelo Anthony trial took place. Let me know your thoughts over in the comments, because he said he ended up doing this video directed towards Drewski because of Drewski's video directed towards Erica Kirk. So honestly, let me know your thoughts in the comments, because one of these individuals, Drewski, is a comedian. He does a lot of, comedy skits and so on and so forth. He makes fun of a lot of individuals. And the other individual is a far-right extremist who literally goes around and targets the African-American community and focuses a lot of his attention on them, trying to get some sort of reaction. His most recent stunt, besides what he just ended up posting on social media, was he ended up going over to the BET Awards and protesting outside of that event. So once more, you guys, let me know your thoughts over in the comments.
His next video was literal blackface. Okay, and I'm going to show that in a second. We're like, you guys thought, out of all the conservative commentators, you chose a self-proclaimed Nazi. It's honest, I don't even have words. Yeah, I think that's enough. There's no possible way that any conversation with someone like that would be constructive, including through debate, which is not to change the other person's mind, it's to sway the audience one way or the other. And there's no possible way that any form of good was done here. What outrages me more is the fact that these people have now single-handedly given the right wing ammunition to use against the left, especially in races. Progressive races, where they now get to say, well, look, you guys claim to care about people of color. You guys say you don't like white supremacy, but here you are platforming them, bringing them front and center, a dude that does blackface. And these people did that. These people helped derail the momentum and helped pollute the image of progressive people, because these people cared more about their social media platforms and the monetization they could get off of this to try and outrage farm rather than have any sort of productivity in the process. They chose profits over people, which is the entire problem of this country to begin with. You're showing a guy who was basically convicted of one step away from treason respect. Like, in case there's any confusion on where I stand, you really get to see their morals and values, or lack thereof. You had the leader talking down to black women on a live stream. You had another left-wing debater on a college campus using the R slur. Like, how many freaking red flags do we need? That's not even getting into the actual constructive criticism of how it's not smart to build a brand off of another brand like Turning Point. Because not only are you promoting something else, you're also associating yourself, whether you like it or not, with the values of that other brand.
Friendly reminder that you cannot make friends with people like this. So all of you at the Unfuck America tour, fuck you. You sat down with this. Find common ground with this. You are the reason black folks are staying the fuck home. And consequently, we now see what happens when you take black folks out of the equation. Y'all will try to find love in all the wrong motherfucking places. Go to this Instagram page and you can see the whole video. He even recreates the death of that white girl on the bus, or on the bus by that deranged black man. Funny. We had to talk about Dylan Roof's ADHD and his mental illness problems. And Dylan Roof killed 9 people. The black man killed 1 white woman, got arrested, got tried, found incompetent, and they're waiting for him to get his competency back so they can charge him properly. But that's the one they want to hold on to. Friendly reminder that if you sit at the table with a Nazi, do I need to finish the sentence? Do I need to finish the fucking sentence? Friendly reminder, if you sit at the table with a Nazi, know what I mean? Listen, I've said a little over 3 years ago that neither major political party give a fuck about black people, nor do they know what to do with black people. I have stood by those words ever since I said them. I will not change it. I do not care who I'm in the room with. I will not change that opinion. The history of the Democratic Party is balls deep in racism. The history of the Republican Party is balls deep in racism. But since these are the 2 major political parties that have pushed out and moved out every other fucking way of thinking, every political whatever, since these are the 2 major fucking political parties, and everybody now has turned politics into a combat sport, then that means that the people on both sides do not know what to do with fucking black people, and subsequently do not give a fuck about black people. When I said that November 5th, 2024 was a canon event, I meant that every fucking syllable of it. Because what it showed is that it doesn't matter the qualifications. It put to rest this idea of merit America, merit-based America. Because the most qualified person ever to seek the presidency was beaten by a man who literally had the job before and didn't know what the fuck to do with it. But now we see that the same bullshit that the right accepts, the racism, the sexism, the homophobia, the xenophobia, the anti-Semitism, the Islamophobia, the transphobia, the ableism, is now being mirrored on the fucking left. And you were doing it in our face and trying to tell us that it's not what we think it is. When in actuality, yeah, it is. Part and parcel, root to stem. It's the fucking same. The Unfuck America tour invited Jake Lang to talk. The same Unfuck America tour that chased Charlie Kirk as if he was some sort of a catch. And you can put it on whatever the fuck you want to. You really honestly can. You can make all the excuses you want to. But I'm sorry. Black folks are very complex in our thought processes, which means we can see something and dissect the dog shit out of it in seconds and go, yep, that smells racist right there. Yeah, that. The standards for black candidates, for black activists, for black speakers is so much different than our white counterparts. Whether it's social media, whether it's print media, whether it's television, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. We are inundated with the same tired ass stereotypical conversations over and fucking over and fucking over. Meanwhile, the people who want to have those conversations are some of the most violent motherfuckers on the planet. Imagine a January 6er talking about 13% of the population commit 50% of the crimes. Bitch, we never tried to overthrow the government though, did we? Did we? We see it in our law enforcement, in our policing. We see it in the way things are protected. When it's protests for the death, the unjustly murder of George Floyd, let's put the National Guard all around the Lincoln Memorial as if the Negroes want to take down Lincoln. But when it's January 6th, we just couldn't get there in time. Curses foiled again. This shit is around all of us. And motherfuckers keep looking at black folk like we're crazy. We have been gaslit so much, if you smoked a cigarette near any of us, it would be a megaton bomb. And daily, almost hourly, we're told, and by we, I do mean black folks, we're told we're crazy. It's in our head. We're making it up. It can't really be like that. What about Martin Luther the King? So I'm going to use that content of character, not color of skin thing that everybody loves bringing up to say this. What would you say about the character of someone if you saw this shit happening? If you saw all these microaggressions, all the gaslighting, all the inviting the Nazis at the fucking table, that sort of thing, and everybody came and looked at you and they said, What do you say about our character? Left or right? Republican or Democrat? Far left, far right? What would you say? Huh? What would you say? What would you say the political zeitgeist that is happening right now and has been going on for over 10 fucking years? What character would you call this? Since you love content of character, not color of skin, take the skin part out of it. Look at everything I am just now talking about. Everything. What would you say about the character of the American political system in 2026? Don't worry, I'll wait. The silence isn't for me, it's for you. So by you thinking that, and I really want you to work that one out of your head, the second question would be this. I want you to think, would you participate in this? Would you participate in this? Would you be excited for this? Would you want any parts of this?
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Now, after watching the video, it reminded me of a certain African proverb which says, when a mad person takes off their clothes and dances, and you are normal, you are okay, please don't copy them and dance too, because people will only see two mad people, not one. You see, sometimes the wisest response, the wisest reaction when we see, some of these people who are trying to do something to seek attention, I think the wisest response is to refuse to join them, to refuse to join the chaos. And of course, that also reminds us to one of the powerful comments which I came across while I was watching, some of these videos. Somebody commented this, and I like it. Let's read it. The comment said, the best thing black people can do is to ignore the rage bait and focus on two things: personal success and helping our community grow stronger. And I think that comment speaks for itself. You see, there are people in this life who have nothing to do. Okay, they have nothing to do, and they are so jealous to see other people doing something so profitable. And what do? They'll create a situation so that those people who are doing their businesses, those people who are doing something so valuable in life, they should leave that and join them doing nothing. Okay, they're just attention seekers. They just want you to leave the profitable thing you are doing just to join them being useless. And now, after watching this entire discussion, I think there are like 5 major messages people are discussing, So we really need to try to get across and look at them. And if you also have any other message, we can discuss it. Don't forget to talk to put it down in the comment section. Whatever you say is also part of the conversation. You're not forced to believe or to agree to anything, or you don't, but still, let's discuss. If you have found some value in the video, please, you can give it a thumbs up. But now, let's look at the messages in this video. First, many people believe this kind of content is designed to provoke outrage, not, meaning of conversation. Now, the argument is that shocking behavior attracts attention, and attention is exactly what some internet personalities are chasing. They want you to join them. They just do that for the views. They just do that, for attention. So instead of rewarding that behavior with endless reactions, many people believe the smarter response, the best way, is to recognize it with, to recognize it like what it is. Like, it's just rage bait. Okay, you just want to provoke me. You just want to see how I will react so that at the end of the day, you can be popular. So the best way is just to recognize, this is just attention seeker and this is just rage bait. Now, second message. In the video, several speakers argue that mocking an entire group of people through racist stereotypes is not comedy. You cannot mock black people and call it comedy. You cannot do that and call it a stunt. No. Their point is that comedy can be creative without demeaning others. Some, even in the comment section, somebody say, can you try another one because this one is not making me laugh. Okay, like, no, this comedy is not funny enough. Can you do something else? Because the people who are saying this, they believe crossing into blackface and racist caricatures stops being humor. It stops being, something funny, something entertaining, and it becomes something that divides people instead of making them laugh. So I think that point really makes sense. Whenever you want to do a certain drama, please, you need to craft it well. Don't do it that it can backlash. Don't do it that it can backfire. Don't do it in the way that other people will feel like, yeah, you've done something wrong to them. Now, the third message in the video is that you see, there's one thing that stands out. It's about criticism. Okay, criticism is not coming from only one side. That's one thing that stood out to me, because I expected black people to be the only ones who can criticize this. Because yeah, to be honest, this one, it may pain black people the most than any other person. But look at it. The video includes voices with different political views and even people who disagree on many issues to criticize this particular stunt. And most of them, some of them are white people, okay? I thought white people would at least be quiet, maybe celebrate, but look, he expected maybe his community would support, but it's the opposite. So that suggests that this controversy has reached beyond one community, the black community itself, and it has become a broader discussion about where people draw the lines, regardless of their skin color. Now, the fourth message in the video, some speakers warn against giving controversial figures exactly what they want. Now, they argue that every repost, every angry reaction, and every endless debate can sometimes increase that person's visibility, because people will always link to that. Everybody who wants to talk about it will always go to their page, okay, to see what exactly they said, and they end up having more engagement. So the best is to avoid giving them what they want. In other ways, outrage itself can become free promotion, okay? You are promoting them for free. It's like free advertisement. That is why some people believe energy should be redirected towards, building businesses, supporting families, creating, opportunities within black communities and strengthening communities instead of feeding endless online conflicts. And I think that really makes sense. That's why black people are now having this movement of, building black wealth, black, empire, financial empire within black community, while boycotting other businesses. But the most important thing they are doing is to redirect their spending back into the black community, so that black dollar should remain in black community. And now, finally, the final message: many speakers say character really matters. So whether somebody is a public figure, whatever, a celebrity, a content creator, or a political activist, people believe actions reveals value. And when actions are seen as promoting hatred or dehumanizing others, like black people, many viewers decide for themselves whether that thing deserves support, that person deserves support, or you deserve criticism or complete silence. Like, we can just cancel you, we can just never stop supporting you. Okay, if they were subscribing, if there are people who were followers, they can just leave that. But now, I want to hear from you, brothers and sisters. Do you think ignoring rage bait is the most effective way? Should people, continue speaking out when they see such kind of content, or they should just be quiet? Anyway, share your thoughts down in the comments below. And if this is your first time, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, don't forget to share your views. What did this Jake Lang did? Do you agree? Do you support that? Let's discuss in the comments below. See you next time.